Hey, and welcome. Today, we're going to dive into some of the most unusual and, frankly, surprising signs of early pregnancy. We're talking about the secret little clues your body might be sending you way before the more obvious ones even think about showing up. So, let's get right into it. When we think about the first signs of pregnancy, our minds immediately jump to the big ones, right? A missed period, maybe some morning sickness. Those are the classics that everyone knows. But what if I told you the real story starts way earlier, with clues that are a whole lot more mysterious? And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going way beyond the basics to investigate the body's more subtle, more fascinating signals. These are the kinds of clues that are so easy to just brush off, but once you actually know what you're looking for, they tell a pretty incredible story. All right, first up, let's talk about a group of signs that are true masters of disguise. They are so subtle and so easily mistaken for something else entirely. These are the ones that are just incredibly easy to miss. Okay, so what's so wild about these is how they perfectly mimic other things. Take light bleeding, for instance. We call it implantation bleeding. It happens when the embryo latches on, but you might just think, oh, my period's a little early this month. And feeling run down with a cough, you just assume you're catching a cold, right? Well, that happens because your immune system actually takes a little step back just to make sure it welcomes the embryo instead of fighting it off. It's a really clever biological move, but it can definitely leave you feeling like you've got a mild flu. But it's not just your immune system getting a memo. Next up, we're diving into how your senses can go into total overdrive. It's like early pregnancy hormones give your brain a complete software update, totally rewiring how you experience the world through your taste, your smell, even your dreams. Okay, have you ever heard of this one? A sudden, really distinct metallic taste in your mouth. Like you've been chewing on a handful of coins. It is a very specific, and let's be honest, a very weird symptom. But it's not random at all. It's a direct result of hormones like estrogen and progesterone messing with your taste buds. And what about a stuffy nose that just will not go away? Again, you'd probably chalk it up to a cold or allergies. But in early pregnancy, the real culprit is increased blood flow and hormones, which cause the mucous membranes inside your nose to swell up. So that stuffy feeling, it's actually a sign that your entire circulatory system is kicking into high gear. And this is where things can get really intense. That morning coffee you used to absolutely live for, suddenly you can't stand the smell of it. Your favorite perfume? Ugh, get it away from me. Your sense of smell can become superhuman, and it doesn't just stop when you're awake. Those exact same hormones can hijack your sleep, leading to incredibly vivid, super memorable, and sometimes just plain bizarre dreams. So we've talked about these mistaken identity symptoms and the sensory overload. Now let's shift gears and look at the physical clues that can pop up literally from head to toe as your body starts working from a completely new blueprint. Your skin is often one of the first places to broadcast these changes. You might get this unusual itchiness, especially on your face, and that's thanks to that increased blood flow we just talked about. And hey, that same process is what causes the famous pregnancy glow. On the flip side, for some people, it can also trigger something called melasma, the pregnancy mask, which causes darker patches of skin to show up on the face. And then there are the changes you can feel on the inside. Like all of a sudden you're out of breath after climbing one flight of stairs, or maybe you notice your heart fluttering or just beating a little bit faster. Now, that can feel a little alarming, I get it, but it's often a totally normal part of your body adjusting to the massive new demand for blood and oxygen to support a whole new life. Your heart is just working overtime. And this slide perfectly sums up the biggest challenge in all of this. Look at it. Bloating and constipation. They are classic PMS symptoms, right? But guess what? They are also incredibly common in early pregnancy. The overlap is huge, and that's exactly why so many of these early signs just fly completely under the radar. Okay, so we've just gone through this whole laundry list of what seem like completely random symptoms. But now we get to the really good part. We're about to uncover the single, powerful force that connects every single one of these clues. Just think about it for a second. What on earth could possibly connect a weird taste in your mouth, an itchy face, and a stuffy nose? They seem totally unrelated, spread out across different parts of the body. But here's the secret. They're not. There is one conductor behind this entire symphony of changes. And here's our answer. That one conductor, it's a massive surge of hormones, mostly HCG and progesterone. This biological tidal wave is what sets everything into motion. It doesn't just mess with your mood, it dials up your sensitivity to everything and triggers responses in every single system in your body. That is the key takeaway. One powerful cause: hormones. That single engine is what's driving all of the unusual signs we've talked about, from your skin to your senses to your dreams. It's just a testament to how profoundly your body starts to change, all thanks to this one fundamental shift. So, as we start to wrap this up, the most important thing to take away from all of this is that there's no universal checklist. Some people might experience a ton of these signs, others might only get one or two, and some might not notice anything at all. Your body's signals are completely and totally personal. Ultimately, learning about all these weird and wonderful signs is really about being more in tune with your own body and understanding the incredible ways it can communicate. It's a reminder that every journey is unique. So the real question is, what is your body telling you? Thanks for joining me.